Okay, I am presenting the module 7045 Business Analytics and Intelligence. And my name is Abhijith Karamvalappil Mohanan. My student ID is 157584113. I am moving to next slide. Industry background. This slide gives an overview of UK electricity production industry. It includes traditional and renewable energy sources such as gas, coal, and nuclear, and wind and solar. The industry is influenced by the global events like Russia-Ukraine war, Middle East tension, Brexit, and COVID-19, which was the dispute operation and raised fuel cost. There is also strong movement towards the renewable energy, with firms like Light Source BP and Low Carbon Limited expanding their asset workforce changes across the year of reflect automation and cost efficiency strategy. Understanding this backdrop helps to analyze the company performance within dynamic evolving market. This section outlines the process of collection of data from Statistic 5 electricity companies over the year of over 10-year period, 2014 to 2023. Key variable includes revenue, profit, fuel cost, total assets, and the number of employees. The metric were chosen to reflect both financial outcomes and manage operations areas. That was carefully structured in Excel to maintain consistency with the master sheet enabling cross company comparison. The time frame captures the post and pre-COVID trends and as well as long-term investment behavior. This structured approach ensures that analysis based around relevant and clean and unstable support of decision making. And I am moving to next slide about revenue. Data visualization about this it shows annual revenue trends across the five companies of from 2014 to 2023. Low Carbon Limited and Viridor Energy are the top performers in aims of total revenue, while Harmony of Energy shows stable and annual performance, and sharp increases are seen in 2015 and 2016 for Lighthouse BP and Nest Energy, with noticeable drops in 2020 across the most firms due to COVID 19 and post 2022. Revenue generally requires that chart support in the company comparison and reflects both growing and opportunities and vulnerability of to revenue due to global events. It also highlights the financial scale and stability to each company. I am moving to next slide. Visualization about profit. This chart is displays profit trends over 10 years. Harmony and energy leads to profitability, followed by the Viridi or energy. There is a high volatility and in profit, especially in light source BP, which reached in peak of 2023. COVID-19 affected profit across the whole companies around 2020, with a sign of recovery afterwards. The data reflects how external shocks and internal efficiency influence net earnings. Despite of higher revenues, some companies saw dips in profits, indicating management challenge. The visualization emphasizes the need for effective operational strategies to convert revenue into consistent profit across the sector. Next slide is data visualization about fuel cost. The chart highlights the annual expense of from 2014 to 2020. Viridor Energy had the highest total fuel cost, followed by the closely Nest Energy Solar Fund. A spike in cost in observed during 2019 to 2021, likely to do global supply chain issues and energy price surge. The latest source, BP, shows the most noticeable drop in 2020, suggesting either efficiency and improvement or reduced production. This metric crucial to because fuel costs are directly linked to profitability. The visualization support the argument that transitioning to renewable energy source can be stabilized to reduce long-term and operational cost. Necessary visualization of total asset. This chart short assets are trends across the frame. Harmony Energy leads the asset value, reflecting heavy investment in infrastructure, while Video Energy has the lowest. The light source PP and Nest Energy shows significant asset growth in 2014 to 2023, indicating capital expansion effort. Dips in 2016 to 2020 aligned with global uncertainty and slowed investment. An increase of total asset usually implies that long-term strategy shift towards to capacity building and modernization. The visualization clearly communicates the capital intensity of operation and helps assess the which company is investing in the future growth. Next is data visualization of employee. This chart tracks the number of employees at each company over the 10 years period. Large source of BP and videos and employer largest workforce, while low carbon limited had smallest. A clear employees numbers appears in 2020 is most companies likely to due to COVID and restructuring our shift towards the automation. Workforce sizes reflects operational strategy. Larger numbers may indicate labor and intense processes, while reduction of can suggest efficiency improvement. Analyze this data helps to understand how firm adapt to staffing to in response in external pressure and internal cost control strategies. And I am moving to dashboards development and descriptive analysis. This present a summary of statistics of five variables: revenue, fuel, cost, and total assets. Show moderate variability with the revenue slightly left skewed in profitable, slightly right skewed. And the highest standard deviation is seen in the total assets, showing uneven investment across the firm. Fuel cost fairly symmetrically distributed, and while employees numbers are evenly spread and but variable. Uh, this analysis helps to identify central trends and outliers and deviation. It supports managerial insight by highlighting areas where a company is different, where are the invention may be needed to stabilize operation to enhance efficiency. Um, I moved in next slide correlation analysis. This matrix is explores the relationship between variables and revenue has near zero correlation with the profit, indicating that high sales do not always translate into higher profit. Fuel costs are weakly negative correlated with profit, suggesting rising cost reduce profitability. Employee count has minimal correlation with both revenue and profit. Interestingly, asset-heavy companies tend to have small workforces, as shown by negative correlation between asset and employees. This weak correlation implies that business performance in the industry influenced by complex and external and internal factors, not just operational size and cost. And I'm moving to next slide, regression analysis. This regression model aim to predict revenue using profit, fuel cost, total asset, and number of employees. The R2 value of 0.051 indicates that only 5.1 revenue variation explained by these variables. Most predictors are statistically insignificant. Um, Meaning they have a strong impact on revenue. Adjuster R2 is negative, reinforcing the model of weakness. This suggests the basic linear of regression is not suitable for decision making and conduct. And this the result of highlights need to more advanced and analytic like to machine learning and better for forecasting and strategy. Mm, and I am moving to last final slide conclusion. The analysis shows that through revenue of investment growing and profits remains volatile, poorly correlated with the key managed metrics, fuel cost, and continue by the major challenge directly affecting the profitability. The regression model lacks predictive power, offering limited support of strategic decision. Nonetheless, the trend indicates that assets are invested post-pandemic recovery to post shaping the industry. Overall, the data suggests while financial growth visible, internal efficiency cost control remains critical to sustained success in the UK production sector. Thank you.